their ability to let the three ball
and
go.
off we go from Denver.
32%. With Steph Curry, if he shot 32%, he would not be known as the greatest shooter to ever live.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Shotgun now for Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Wentz now on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
D-E-N-V-E-R.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he gets
I won earlier, dickhead.
40, they'll mark him down at the 39.
I'm on a win streak.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A huge play there for Denver. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And they'll get this down to the 10.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. Trying to improvise. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Cause Wi-Fi trash, man. Good. Oh, you pillow talking, you pillow talking. Ah, man. I'm gonna go win this chip, man. This nigga scared of me. Why you mad you choosing me? She said she feels safer over here. That's where the shooters be. Where's cuz doing? She said ain't no paper over there. Said she barely eating. That's tough. That's a shooter.
Ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Washington football team.
Oh, he finessed me. This game, he got a ball first.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
I got backdoored out of first ball. Or second ball.
the 17 now. Here's a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbuna breaks the tackle now.
Oh, he's a man.
Goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And
Nah, it was 0-0. Ain't no point in spotting points. Well, 7-7. Fuck that.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Tyrann Mathieu, the All-Pro, up to make the stop. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's forced out left. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Wentz now on first down. He gets it to Thomas. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Wentz. Got a man, it's Brown. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. So after the incompletion on first,
yeah, he is. He should have dipped out right there.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Just keeping the play alive. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Wilson.
That's a terrible throw.
There, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores
about it.
Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And that's caught inside the 35.
Kareem Jackson, that's too slow.
Washington. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate.
I didn't even take that field goal, though. I've been working on it.
Incredible. Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man. Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive. I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their own. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter. It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long. And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Wentz. Looking long for Thomas. And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Draymond Jones. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds McLaurin. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 2nd and goal, Wentz looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sly on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Joey Sly set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Lets this one rip toward Graham. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense in this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, Want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking?
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. KJ Hamler returning it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 19.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
That nigga not losing his league games.
Now Wilson.
You wish.
He'll drop this one down to Cohen. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Wilson swings this out here for Cohen, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This is Hamler on the receiving end. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Now Wilson. That's complete. Okuebuna. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Ahead of the chains now. 2nd and 2. Wilson will throw again. The screen pass here to Cohen. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
She said ain't no paper over there. Said she barely eating.
Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Who's the fucking bear?
And McManus able to put it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. So Washington in a good spot. They got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
You ready to take them out?
You want to know something about it? About you, Felipe?
Fuck you. They got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better.
A touchdown, Washington! The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush.
Somebody got to get open, man.
Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack on first down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Big hold of the 30. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards in North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100. And 19 touchdowns in addition. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds.
Now you big as hell. Now me mama just posted a picture of him.
Inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up.
He's still in jail, ain't he?
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out
Same
for the
thing.
lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this
And then for
juncture.
shooting, cuz.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say, the way it
Then he goes to jail for
ended
shooting
up.
somebody.
Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line
Yeah.
and getting to that
They
same
gotta
part
try
of
to
the
put these
field,
niggas on the
and they
bench.
find each other for the completion.
You say they got tired of what?
Keep putting them on the band.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And he gets halfway.
Keep putting them on the bench. Oh, his house arrest.
On a pickup of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, them niggas, they whole crew goddamn birds.
Diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
For real.
3rd and 2.
I ain't gonna lie, shit. I get out of one more time. His ass going up the road.
They bring him down.
Yeah.
A sack back at the 16-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
I'm gonna kick this field goal.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 33.
I had a couple of beers, man. This is my first time drinking in like a month.
Menace is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the
Yeah,
response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but
They don't wait on you to get on your toes.
Exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
That's not an excuse to drink no beer, nah.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Well, I have some beer sitting in my fridge at PA's for a month. About a month and a half. Today they getting finished.
Is this nigga named Bear Dan?
Walk with her, you fucking dickhead.
Second down, here's Gibson again.
Man, shut the fuck up.
26 yards.
Like, shut up. Obviously, it's not gonna make me move by you bitching. Shut up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted.
I knew he was going to make a mistake.
And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So they took their shot. There was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On second down now, it's Williams. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. The 30. 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start the next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
Why they act like he's such a hound doggy?
Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw into the hands of McLaurin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real. And I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players. But you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. Touchdown,
Man,
Washington. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. A huge play there for Denver. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in.
Ball.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. And a terrific return. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right?
Oh, let's go.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. 2-score game here.
All right, let's go and win this game.
It kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
And eventually taken down.
Block these niggas, bro.
Downfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. All right. right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
A gain of 6 there on first.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain.
Why can't we hit this nigga, though?
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
They should have put a stamp on me in the last.
Why they not let me click on dude, bro?
Gibson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the